Back to Renegade Radio for another episode of Mindset Monday, where today's topic is, are you making enormous requests of your life? You only get the one. Hang on tight. Here we go.
Enough is enough.
I want the world to be the best place for my children.
You are not alone.
We need renegades to be part of this movement, and they're the ones that are going to change the world.
Welcome back to Renegade Radio, the podcast dedicated to the dissenters of the status quo, bringing you the mindset and strategies to build a healthier, happier, and stronger family, the Renegade way.
It's so important to be a renegade.
All right, gang. Welcome back, Renegade Family listeners. This is Dr. Todd Gignac, your host for another episode of Mindset Monday. Super excited to be sharing with you today, and for those of you who are listening. And a few weeks back, might have been a couple months back now, I can't remember exactly, but we did a Mindset Monday entitled, Are You Aiming Too Low? In other words, are you aiming the bar too low? And the danger in that is that you might actually hit it. And when you hit a bar that's too low, then it's easy to, you become complacent, and next thing you know, it's 20 years later, and you're looking back going, maybe I could have done a little more. And just last week, we released the interview with Fatima Ghali, former NFL player, Super Bowl champion for the New England Patriots, and a mentor to many, and just a champion in so many ways. And his words of advice, the thing that stuck out the most to me when we asked him, closing words were, if you knew how short your life really was, if you really knew how short your life was, you would make enormous requests of your life, right? You're not going to wait till tomorrow or when the time is perfect, or maybe when we have a little more money in the bank, maybe when the kids are out of school, or maybe when our kids start school, or, we're waiting for all the stars to align to take that step towards our dream life, and whatever that may be for you, Maybe you're in a committed relationship and you're waiting to get married for all the stars to align. Or, you've got this purpose and this drive and this passion, and you want to turn it into, you want to monetize it. You want to make a business out of something that you love and you're passionate about. But you're waiting. I don't have all of my ducks in a row. It's not a full moon this week, and maybe I don't have enough money in the bank, or the banks won't give me money to get started, or I'm afraid. Maybe I don't know enough. I need to know more. I need to do more research. I got to get my skill sets together. And maybe you do. Maybe you need all those things. But my next question would be, are you actually working on them? Okay, well, I need to acquire more assets or finances to get this going. Okay, so what are you going to do today and tomorrow and next week to move you towards that goal of, I need starting capital? Or, I want to get married, but we don't have, I want to wait till we have the ring. Okay, we need a ring. Or whatever it is, Okay, so what are you doing to move you in that direction? What are you stalling? And is there some fear holding you back? It's time to get honest. Honest with yourself. Fatima, if you haven't listened to it, listen to that episode with Fatima Ghali. Wonderful. Episode number 26. And we talk about that, just being dead honest with yourself. What do you want? What are you afraid of? What's holding you back? And why haven't you gotten started? Just get very clear on what you want. So it's kind of an exciting thing, and for me, being a professional, I spent 8+ years in full-time university to become a chiropractor, and that was just the beginning. I've spent countless, and that was a 6-figure endeavor, just getting that piece of paper, and then countless, seminars and postgraduate trainings, and I've spent probably another 6 figures on all that, and then more money on coaching. How do I manage a business and employees? And that's a whole nother skill set, right? So I've built my whole life and my world around being a chiropractor, and that's what feeds my family, and that's how I contribute to my community, and it's my passion, and I love it. But 14 years in now, I'm thinking bigger, and I'm thinking legacy, and how can I impact the world in a bigger way? And as much as I love what I do, and the healing and the amazing changes we see week in and week out in our practice, I also know that that's limited. I can only reach the people that actually come through my doors, which, that's in the hundreds, right? Which is great, and it's great for those people. But as I look at my children, I think the world that they're going to grow up in, and I expand outside of my little bubble, and I look at the world, it's how can I impact the world in a greater degree? How can I bring my principles and my passion of health and healing and a purpose-driven life and helping families achieve that prosperity and everything that we all want for a better world, for our future? How do I do that if I only contain it to my practice and the few hundred people that I can impact on a weekly basis? So hence this podcast, and hence, I'm in the process of launching another business that can go potentially globally. And all these things require time, they require energy, they require money, they're potentially distractions from my current business and passion, which is chiropractic, which I've dedicated my whole life to. So my point in telling you all this is, I have the same potentially fears and negative self-talk that could come up that could try to talk me out of it. Just keep your eye on what you know and don't change anything, status quo. And we're renegades, man. To heck with the status quo. If you want to expand, you want to grow, you got to do what it takes, and you're going to have to take some risks. And I guess I'm talking about this because I'm in the middle of it, and my time, energy, and finances are being diverted to expanding a bigger vision and a bigger contribution to humanity. And it could all fail. There's no guarantees. I pray about it. I pray specifically that God open doors and bless my endeavors, and if it's not meant to be, close the door on it and show me what I should be doing. And you can do the same thing. Every time I've done that, every time, and I don't know, I'm not telling you what to believe, and you need to believe what I believe, but just for a reference point, as a Christian, I believe in God, I believe there's a creator, I believe he's in control, and the more I put my faith in him, and the more I pray and listen to the answer, listen to that gut return answer, every time we've done that, we've been blessed. Every time I've run away, or I've been afraid, or I've tried to talk myself into or out of something, it always goes pear-shaped. So pray about it. If it's something that's on your heart, write it down and pray about it. Meditate on it. Take some time to and then when that answer comes to you, because it will, there'll be that little voice in your gut, For me, that voice is God's talking to me. God's saying, move, man. Take action. Faith over fear. Just take action over your fears. And every time we do that, man, things work out, and and then what it does is it reinforces our faith. It reinforces that anything is possible if I pray on it and listen. And if the answer comes back, don't do it, or do it differently, then you got to listen to that too. Don't be silly. Sorry, there's a lifeguard helicopter flying by, if you can hear that in the background. At the beach again today. Love the beach, man. It's kind of like my church outside the building, surrounded in God's creation, which is awesome. So if I get back to everything is, what do you want to create? What's holding you back? What lies are you telling yourself that you can't do it? Right? Tony Robbins has noted, one of the things he's quoted for saying is, the only thing keeping you from what you want in life is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't have it. Okay? So let's listen to that. Let's listen to our friend Satema. If you knew how short life really was, you would make enormous requests of your life. Right? So you may be listening to this. You might be 30 years old, 40 years. I don't care how old you are. You've got X number of years left. It could be 1 year. It could be 50 years. But I promise you, even if it's 50, we're going to look back and go, wow, that went by in a snap. And look at what I could have done. Look at all the complacency and the apathy and settling for mediocrity and status quo. I know you, the listener, have something great in you. You have greatness in you. And the key is to milk it and to get it out. And you might need help. You might need a coach. You might need to surround yourself with people who believe in you and who can extract from you. They might see more in you than you see in yourself. If that's what you need, look for it. If you need help, ping me. Shoot me an email. Right? info@therenegadefamily.com. You can personal message me at our Facebook page. And we're all in this together, man, and we're all trying to make a big difference for our world and for our family and for our own future. So take that for what it is. Thank you again for letting me share with you. God bless. We'll catch you on the next episode.
I love you, Daddy.
We're counting on you.
My mom is a renegade.
Thanks for tuning in to Renegade Radio. If you haven't yet done so, please subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a rating and review. Also, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TRFTribe. Please email us your questions for FAQ Friday and we'll do our best to answer them in a future show. Simply email us at faq@therenegadefamily.com. If you got value from this episode and know someone else that would benefit from it as well, please share it with them.
Changing the world is going to start in your house. This is Dr. Todd, and from my family to yours, we wish you all the best. God bless, and we'll catch you soon.
Renegades, man